So if a space scene is your goal and we need to render as quickly as possible, here's a very good way of doing it. And if I just press F12, yeah, sick. So for this, I'm going to be using the Physical Celeste Objects add-on, link in the description, and it all makes sense of my workflow. Also, when this video comes out, there is a discount. I think it's half price. But yeah, click on the link in the description. So into Blender, I'm going to select all and delete. I am on 5.0 at the moment as well, so that's good. After I've installed the add-on, we're going to come down into the planets, enable planets, and we're going to add a new planet. Hello there. I'm going to select the preset and we're going to go to Earth. What I need to do though is I want to go into cycles because I want the best quality that I can. 256 please. And then if we go into rendered view, you can see that we've got a pretty good Earth. Yeah, that's not bad. But I want a bit more pizzazzle. So we're going to jump over into the atmosphere. I'm going to select atmosphere, come down, and where it says end height, we'll change that to, I don't know, 500,000. And that gives us this nice glow around the outside. From here, I'm going to change the density to maybe 0.25. Because what I'm really after is this around the outside here, but also this gloriousness. And now that we've done that, you can see that this is actually the Earth texture, I'm assuming from NASA, but it's a little bit low res for my liking. So down in the description below, I do have a HDRI, which I've provided, that I created. But over on Patreon, I'll develop a pack and be able to give it to you guys as well. So we're going to go into surface material. I'm going to open image and let's go to my folder. Let's go with, I do like this blue color. So we're going to go diffuse, roughness we'll keep, height. Let's go into that folder as well. Control V, planets 1. There we go. And then also, yeah, the roughness, we might change that to the height as well. Gorgeous. Then we'll come down into the atmosphere layers, clouds. Let's change that one. I do have a clouds layer in here. Still trying to work out the best one, but there's one where you can go to NASA and just download that one. And I'll put a link in the description for that one. That one's for free. Now, these are some big textures, so just be wary. They're all about 200 meg, but I've done that on purpose so we can get kind of like the best quality we can. All right, I'm fairly happy with that. So from here, Shift A, let's add in the camera. Alt R, Alt G to reset the rotation. Let's go rotate X 90, rotate Z 90, and we're going to go G to the X and pull it back a bit. Go into camera view, awesome. From here, let's go into the render settings. I'm going to make this a 4K image, so 4096 by 4096. Select our camera and we're just going to zoom it in 60 mil. I've set it to 70 mil, so it zooms in nice. Not too keen on that white blotch. That is the reflection of the sun. So what I'm going to do is actually just remove the roughness and put the roughness all the way up. Let's make it maybe 0.95. And then from here, I'm just going to press F12 to render it out. And there we have it. We've rendered an image. Now, the clown that I am, I forgot to turn off the stars. But I'll show you something else as well. So if we scroll down to the bottom, stars, I'm just going to turn that to none. So we've got a plain black background. Something else I haven't mentioned as this is loading back up. This planet is not an object. This is actually the world material, which I think is absolutely amazing. Now we can make the atmosphere bigger and smaller, so on and so forth. But that's kind of like where you got to play with these settings here. However, we can select the sun and I actually can rotate it a bit this way. So let me just realign that sun. And now that we've rotated the sun, now we can do a render again. And now we've got a great image. So from here, save as. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. We can actually add in rings, but that's another story. So now that we've got our image save, I can now open up a new blend file, delete everything, Shift A. Let's go into image, mesh plane, go to where we saved it. That's the one there. When we go into render view, we can see that it looks like rubbish, which is okay. Now we can come into shading. Let's just position this a little bit better. Planet, and we're just separating this. What we need to do is kind of create a mask. Now normally in Addon, we could have come into film and gone transparent, but because this is part of the environment or part of the world texture, it means the planet won't render. So that's why we have to now create a bit of a mask. So we're going to go Shift A, search, texture, gradient. There we go. We're going to add in a gradient. Then we're going to add in a spherical one. Just for now, I'm going to put the color into color there, strength into 1. And so we can see where our gradient is. So Control T, if you've got the node wrangler enabled, it'll automatically add in text coordinate and mapping nodes. From here, the location is going to be 1 on the X, 1 on the Y, and we will scale this 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. I'm full of lies. Sorry, we'll try that again. -1 and -1 on the X and the Y location, and then scale will be 2 on the X and the Y. From here, we're going to add in a color ramp into there. And I'm going to bring the white all the way up. The black, I'm just going to bring in a bit. So now we've got a nice circle. Perfect. That becomes our alpha. Color comes into color for the emission. Then we're going to bump this probably up to 2. And then that'll bring everything up to be a bit brighter. So let's just quickly jump over into cycles. I prefer cycles, but you can do this in Eevee as well. 32, 128. Go into the world settings, and just for now, I'm going to set that as black, render. And now you can see that we've got our planet in place. If I just turn off show overlays, perfect. If I want that planet to be brighter, 5, we can increase the brightness. Perfect. Now, if you want to add in stars, like I've done previously, into the world, from here, search, we're going to add in a noise texture, color into there, scale 5,000. Let's just get out like that. Let's go into a color ramp. I have to spell it like an American, and we'll plop that in there. Bring it down here. Bring this one up, just so we're kind of only seeing some stars. We might bump this up to maybe 4 strength. And we can see all the stars that we have. Oh, isn't that delightful? If we want the stars to be bigger, we can change the scale to, let's just go 1,000. And now we've got larger stars. How gorgeous does that look? However, we want a little bit of variety. I'm going to go Shift D and duplicate all that. And maybe what we might do is move this down a little bit. I'm going to change this to maybe a blue. Put that one into there. You can see now that we've got some blue dots around. But we'll just change this to maybe 900. Just so it's a bit of a different seed. And we can change some of these values, details. If we want, we can increase that. And then we can do this again. Shift D. This time, this can be, I don't know, yellow. And of course, we can make this all on the one color ramp, and we can add just multiple colors. So for instance, if I wanted to come in here, add in a red color, and we'll pump that up into there. Yeah. We can just grab this, move it up a bit so that we've got more yellow. But then we can also change this to constant. And then we don't have that kind of in between. There we go. That gradient, sorry. So that's why we'll go back to B-spline. No, we won't go to B-spline. Let's just leave it as is. Now we can go into add shader. Wham bam. Do it one more time. Change the strength of these ones. Change the strength of the blue. And now we've got a very nice planet Earth. Planet Earth. Random planet. For some reason I was about to say Captain Planet. Gorgeous.